Jack's on vacation.
Yeah, Jack is actually, he might be hanging out in the comments today, but
Probably.
he's actually getting ready to board a plane, and he is out of here. He's, as
Going
we like
home.
to say, he's jacked off.
Oh,
Jack off. Anyway, hey, so today is Tuesday, and this is another episode of The Alliance Show. If you're just joining in, or if you're hearing this by way of podcast, this is a live podcast that we host every Tuesday over on the Beardbrand YouTube channel at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. And after this live broadcast, it gets translated into a podcast.
Which is awesome.
Which is pretty cool. And so if you can't catch it live, then definitely catch it after the fact, because this video also goes up live over on our YouTube channel as well. So if you want to catch it live, or if you want to rewatch the live session, watch it over at Beardbrand's YouTube channel. Or you can head over to SoundCloud and listen to it by way of podcast.
There's really no excuse to miss it.
Yeah, man.
We definitely give you the access.
Just
go find it.
And if you can't join us live, then maybe make plans at some point in the future to tune in and join the show.
Yeah, we're here every Tuesday.
Hang out in the comments. So what we'll do, so last week what we did, Artie, is we kind of changed things up, and we tried something a little different, something a little new with the giveaway. And so we're kind of going back to the way we used to do things. So now you should be able to enter over in the link in the description. And Josh, help me here if I'm wrong. But you should be able to submit your name for the entry over in the link in the bio here in the description of this video. And then at 2:45, I believe, right? 2:45 is when we're going to close that down. And then we'll pull names for the winners. I think the only thing that really has changed is that you don't necessarily have to be here for the entire stream to claim your gift. We're going to choose at random 3 random lucky winners.
Cool.
And they will get a gift card to the Beardbrand, to beardbrand.com, so that they can purchase something from the store.
Which is awesome, because we might be having some new exciting stuff coming soon.
Yeah, man. We've got some new things coming out pretty soon. Actually, Black Friday, we've got some things coming up in store, some new things for everybody. And the way to get in on that, this is really, really important. The way to get in on the Black Friday info for Beardbrand is you gotta sign up you gotta subscribe to the Beardbrand newsletter. So if you go to beardbrand.com and you go down to the bottom of the page, there's a link there where you can actually submit your email address, sign up for the newsletter. You'll be the first to know what's going on Black Friday. That's really the only way to find out, right?
You get exclusive access by either being in the Alliance. We already launched these products to the Alliance, which is awesome, or signing up for the newsletter. So either bottom of beardbrand.com, top right, there's a little mail icon. You know, it's so easy to sign up, and you will literally get exclusive access to, I think it's 7 new things are coming Friday.
Yeah, man. 7's a lucky number for Black Friday.
Awesome. I can't wait. And they're amazing, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is let's jump into some style consults, Artie.
Cool.
Let's what we do now here at this portion of the podcast or of the live stream is guys will send in their pictures, right? They'll let us know a couple of things. They'll let us know how long they've been growing their beard for, what their current age is, and then what their overall goal is. So if they're looking to hit the yeard, like Jack just recently finished up his yeard, or if you are maybe struggling with a certain area in your style, like in your grooming routine, let us know what you're going for, and we'll provide some careful feedback. But the cool part about that I also like is that you don't have to have a beard. You don't have to have head hair to send in your photo. You can also just let us know. Send over any photo you want. It could be attire style. It could be hairstyle. It could be beard style. And we'll carefully give some guidance and share some feedback and give you some info on what.
Plus, I like to think that we're 2 pretty stylish guys, as I'm wearing a T-shirt and a Patriots hat and Tom Brady socks.
Yeah, man.
But it's a nice cardigan.
Thank you. It is a nice cardigan. But no, I'd like to think that we'll give you genuine feedback, and if something's not working, we'll tell you, and we'll try to help you out. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, man. Style at beardbrand.com. Send over a couple of photos. Again, if you're just tuning in for the first time, or if you're listening by way of podcast, style at beardbrand.com. Let us know your age. Tell us how long you've been growing your beard out for. and then let us know what your goal is. And then what we'll do is we'll try to reach back out to you, let you know, hey, you're going to be featured on the live stream this particular day, and that way you can tune in to watch it live, or at least catch the feedback on the back end. Cool.
Sweet.
All right, so let's go. Let's get into our first style consult.
This is always fun. Do you want me to do the description first? Do you want
Yeah,
me to...
I think you should give the description, and then I'll give the. So what we'll do here for our audience is, Artie's going to give the description of the fella who has submitted their photo, and then I'll give the feedback, and we'll kind of just take our time going through that, and maybe Artie has some thoughts he wants to share with the gentleman as well.
Cool. All right, the first gentleman.
Want me to read his email?
Yeah, you got a story for us?
Yeah, Josh is going to read us his email.
Thanks,
let us
dude.
know, kind of give us some info on him.
All right, let me make sure this is the right guy. Yep. Hi, I'm Nico from Germany. I'm 20 years old, and my beard is growing since, this is in European time, so it says 15.03.
March 15th.
Yeah, so March 15th. I had to read it out to understand it. Anyway, it's patchy somehow, but I try my best to rock the year with the beard God gave me. I'm afraid of growing it out, my mustache, because it gets messy very fast. Thanks for advices, and let it grow.
All right. So this is Nico from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Nico from Germany. This man is 20 years old. Looks like kind of a bigger set guy, kind of like my build. Long, kind of reddish beard. Actually similar to Eric's color on his beard.
Yeah, kind of blondish. And
Same thing, kind of strawberry blonde, hidden under that hat. So we can't really give him any tips on the hat. But he's definitely got a longer, kind of a natural beard with a little bit of a thinner mustache. Really great growth. So I think he's got a lot to work with. Sylvester's going to give him some tips.
Yeah. So Josh, tell me again, what is his goal? I missed that in the description there.
So his goal is
I think he's saying it's patchy somehow.
It's somehow patchy, and
Okay.
he's worried about
He's trying
his
to rock
mustache
the
area.
beard.
He's worried about the mustache area.
Okay.
Because it gets messy very fast, and it's a little light.
Okay.
Cool, man. And his name?
Nico.
Nico, what's up, man?
Hey,
Hopefully
Nico.
you're watching this live stream, or you're hearing this by way of podcast. But man, listen, I would not classify this into the patchy beard category. I don't know about you, Artie. Maybe I can see some patches underneath the lip, but that's pretty common in a lot of guys.
That's the most common area.
And dude, I mean, seriously, I would classify myself as a patchy beard, but I wouldn't classify as a patchy beard. I can see the mustache is a little weak in comparison to the actual beard. But dude, this is a pretty dense, thick, rocking beard, especially if he's been growing it out for a year. Man, I wouldn't have any recommendations or tips other than to keep rocking what you've got. You're rocking it with confidence. I don't know if you are maintaining the mustache like by way of trimming it, but my recommendation is if you can, try to avoid any kind of trimming on the mustache. Let that grow out. What I would do is if you are trimming it, Nico, then I would recommend that you set a benchmark of at least 90 days without touching it, period. Yeah. No, I mean, again, avoid the temptation to trim it, but set a benchmark and say, I'm going to set a goal for 3 months and not touch my mustache at all, and then just see how much growth you can get out of it in those 90 days without any kind of trimming.
Yeah, and that's not easy. I mean, you get the itch on the top of the lip upper lip once in a while, and you might think it's starting to look a little bit awkward, but I mean, you can style it with some mustache wax or some styling balm or even utility balm or whatever. Yeah. He actually, I think, has very similar growth, thickness, everything to Jack. It's a little bit thinner on the mustache, but I do think that if he leaves that untouched for a little bit, I think that's going to fill in and look a lot better.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, over time, that's going to fill in. I think, and I can't speak for Jack, but we saw him every day in the office as he went through that process, right? And I believe by the time he got to his yeared, his mustache actually looked pretty awesome.
Well, when we did that video giving him a beard trim, we all wanted him to keep the mustache, and he wouldn't do it because it looked amazing. It ended up being like the strongest part of his beard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a goal at the end of that video. And
I know.
So, but yeah, man, Nico, I think you're rocking what you've got. You're rocking it awesome. I dig the hat flip backwards. Artie wears his hat like that sometimes.
It's true.
And I dig the gold necklace with this shirt, the whole color, everything looks pretty rad, man. So keep on growing.
Yeah, man. You want to gong him?
You gong him.
I gong him?
Yeah, man. Give him a gong.
Oh, no.
Nice. Very nice. That was a good one. All right. Who's our next guy, Josh?
Let me get a story for you.
Cool.
So this is Tim.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Timmy.
Hey guys, my name is Tim, and I was in the Army for 6 years. Prior to the Army, I had really thick hair, but now I'm 39 and my hair is thinning and balding around the crown. I've been out of the Army since 2013, but I've kept my hair the same. Medium, soon fade, and number 2 on top. I'm about 2 months into growing a full beard and want to try and grow my hair back out on top. What kind of hairstyle would you recommend to complement the 3 to 4 inch beard I am attempting to grow? Also, my beard grows to the right. Any advice on getting it to grow more straight? Thanks in advice, and I love your channel. Tim.
Ah, well, let's see the beard. Huh.
Okay. How far into growing his beard did you say he was?
He
Did you
is
say?
about
2 months.
2 months.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll give the description here on this guy, on Tim. So Tim is as he described, is a strapping, good-looking guy. He is, I would say this is definitely a ginger beard. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. You know more about ginger beards than I do. But he is definitely a ginger red hair. Like he described, he keeps it cropped on the side with a fade, pretty short, and then the top, as he mentioned, is exactly what you would look like, kind of a cool military cut. And I actually think it looks really good on him like this.
Too.
So it's probably about, I would say about maybe a half inch on top. He is keeping it at a 3 guard, as he mentioned in his email, 2 to 3 guard. And then as you would expect, the beard, the same color translates from his head hair to his beard. It's also ginger in color, and it's exactly what you would expect, in my opinion, for a 2-month-old beard. It is pretty full. I mean, from what I can see, it looks pretty good. He's got some good coverage. I don't think I would classify this as a patchy beard either.
No, definitely not.
He's got the 2 patches where you would expect him right underneath the lip.
Yeah.
But again, pretty
I
full.
almost don't even consider those patches anymore because I feel like everybody deals with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's it. And then, he is wearing a North Face jacket and what appears to be a burgundy polo.
Cool.
And he might be in the bathroom in this photo, man. What do you think?
That's where I take most of my photos,
Yeah.
actually. But no, honestly, I agree with you. I know he wants to maybe go a little bit longer on the hair. If he does, I might work with like a short Caesar and maybe try to push it forward a little bit, see how that looks. If he's worried about kind of the crown of his hair going back a little bit. But I think a buzz cut with a little bit of a longer beard would look dope on him. I think he's got some good coverage, some good thickness. I think it's just going to be a patience thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Typically it grows about a half an inch a month on beard length. So he's going to be looking at about 6 months of growth if he wants to go for 3 inches. He's already 2 months into that, so well on his way. He's already a third of the way there. But yeah, I might stick with shorter hair if the hairline's starting to go back. Nothing too extreme. I mean, you can do kind of the pushback. If you grow it real long, you can kind of push it back like Josh does, because Josh is going bald, as we all know. Josh, speaking of ginger beards, now that it's the holiday season, Josh wins the Office Ginger Beard House competition.
Boom.
Thanks, guys. I'll be here all week. But no, honestly, man, I think buzz cut with a little bit of a longer beard would look awesome on this guy. I think his beard's going to come in great.
Yeah.
Just keep it conditioned. He's got it really nice and lined up. I think he's got it. I think buzz cut and kind of a longer beard would look really good.
Yeah, honestly, my honest feedback on this is that I love the way I actually like the way this looks on Tim.
The military cut?
The way he's got it cut now currently. I know he mentioned he's thinning on the head hair, but the best thing you probably could give yourself at this point with what you're working with right now is not to cut it at all.
Yeah.
I would just maintain what you've got now. Keep it short on the sides, because when you're thinning up on top, if you let that fill in on the side, it's going to really it starts to get more noticeable. So keep a pretty close fade on the side there, and just keep rocking what you've got there, man. I think I really do like this hairstyle, especially from what I'm seeing here in these photos. The beard, the only recommendation I would have there is to kind of echo what you said, is it just give it some more time, give it some patience. If you're 2 months into the journey, you're at the 60-day mark. I always tell guys, give yourself anywhere from 90 to 120 days of growth without touching it. because that's really going to give you the appropriate amount of time. Again, 90 to 120 days. Some guys will get there faster. They'll get there at the 90-day mark, but some guys need that extra time, that extra amount of time to get you all the way through pushing out what you're able to grow. And sometimes over time, that beard just starts to look a little bit more dense, a little bit more full. Yep. And as far as it growing to the right, man, all you're dealing with there is again the length of the beard. Let it grow. Set that benchmark for 120 days is what I would challenge you personally, Tim. 120 days. Let it grow out without touching it, and you'll start to see how the beard is going to shift a little bit. Because when your hair grows out, it grows out of your face and down, and then it starts to make like an S curl type of thing, or an S shape. And so at this point, it's just starting to take that first formation and come out to the right, like you're describing.
And also, if he's worried about the direction of his beard, you can always train that with a brush.
You can.
A quality brush. I mean, it'll take time. I mean, you're not going to see it overnight and be like, oh, it's done. But you can literally train the beard to go in the direction that you want.
Yeah.
So it takes some time. It's going to take, some daily brushing, but it's something you can do if you just train it.
Yeah, I think it
makes it easier with the length too.
I think some utility balm will do you some good, along with a good boar's hair brush, and also a blow dryer. Blow dryer is really might go a little bit of a long way to help you get that out of there.
That is your secret weapon in pretty much any of your styling is going to be a hair dryer for sure.
Cool, man. Yeah. Should we gong them?
Gong them. That's
gong
you.
Them for me,
That's
man.
you.
Oh, you want me to gong them? I'll
Go
gong
nuts.
them. Woo! That was a tinny one.
That was a tinny one. I think you got mostly tip.
Yeah. Yep.
Gross.
Okay. Next guy. Who we got next, Josh?
Next guy. This is someone who reached out to support.
Okay. Cool.
And you forwarded me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. We
awesome.
wanted to get him on the stream.
Yeah. So his name is. I'm really gonna butcher this, and I apologize. Ayub
Zamuchi.
Hello, my name is Ayub. First, I'd like to thank you guys about the awesome videos and advice that you're giving us.
Thank you, Ayub.
So I'm 27 and I've been growing my beard for a year and a half now. I'm trimming it frequently and trying to maintain it by myself so far. I never let a barber touch it. I would like to know if this style and length of my beard is appropriate for me. What do you guys suggest for a better look? Thanks.
Cool.
All right.
You want to give the description on Ayub?
Yeah, man. Ayub here has a pretty full black beard, black mustache, no patches that I can see. A little bit more of like caramel skin color, almost like Sylvester here. Kind of got the high and tight.
Thank you already.
Yeah. Kind of got it's me in the summer. Kind of got a little bit of the high and tight, shorter on the sides. A little bit longer on top, not too much, only about maybe a 3 or 4 guard on his head. But yeah, pretty full style, straight ahead. He's wearing a burgundy, looks like just pullover sweatshirt with some black trim on there.
Yeah.
And he's looking to see if he should do anything to change it up or.
Cool. Yeah, so he's just wanting to know what beard shape would be best for him. Am I right, Josh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool, man. So are you, man, dude, like, seriously, exactly like already described, like, this is not what we would classify as a patchy beard
At
whatsoever. All. Not even the patches we were talking about earlier underneath the lip that really, in some cases, I actually see some guys who grow it dense and they try to give that shape in there.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it's funny. It's something I've actually been noticing lately. But for yourself, Ayub, I probably, man, dude, like the sky is the limit. You can rock. You've got really good like oval face shape, so you kind of get you kind of have hit the jackpot. Your genetics just kind of gave you a big blessing, man. You can really wear any kind of beard style that you want. If you're going for the full natural beard or yeared, all you got to do is give that some time. But if you're going for it kind of looks like he might be trimming that on the sides. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. That's the only thing that I would maybe disagree with is I kind of see it more of a diamond face shape. His cheekbones do come out a little bit, but it looks like he's trying to keep it a little bit shorter on the sides. I would maybe let that go and round it out a little bit just to take away from that point. But yeah, I think with that type of growth and that type of coverage, he can pull off just about anything.
Yeah, so if he's got a diamond face shape, but you think it's a diamond face shape, would you say like maybe the beard he should stop trimming so that can get a little bit more of a fuller appearance?
Yeah, because that will kind of... It'll work with his face shape and not really, exaggerate the point on the bottom. Mm-hmm. It'll just kind of round that off a little bit.
Got it.
So,
Got it. Yeah, man. I think it's a great looking beard, good looking style. Again, just depending on what your goal is. If your goal is to get that big full beard, then you just got to let it grow. Otherwise, man, the only other recommendation for your head hair I would recommend is probably some sea salt spray. And I could be wrong on this. This is completely a complete assumption based just on the photo that I'm looking at. He might be a little thin. The texture might be a little thin up on top. And for guys with a little bit of a thinner texture on the hair on the top, and they're keeping it short like this on the side, sea salt spray really is going to be, I think, your best friend.
Yeah.
And then on days where you want to get a little bit of texture, added texture, throw some styling balm in there, and that's really going to help break it up and give it a little bit more of a fuller look. Because right now, based on this photo, it looks like you're wearing a product that might be weighing that hair down quite a bit. So that would be my only other tip and recommendation.
Cool. I dig it.
Gong 'em.
I'll take it.
Oh, that was a soft one.
Soft touch.
That was a very soft one.
All right, so this is our last guy.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Artie,
Yes.
I think we've got another guest here today.
Am I done?
I think so.
You guys let me do only half the thing for my birthday? You guys let me out early so I can go celebrate?
You got to get out of here so you can go party. Artie with the party.
You get
No,
burgers
hey,
and milkshakes.
Artie's gonna swap out with our second special guest.
Yes.
And
But yeah, it's been a blast. Always
man.
happy to do it.
thanks for hanging with us
Yeah,
today.
man. Always a pleasure.
Let's
Give our seat up to
let's
our
bring in Jordan.
special guest.
Yeah, let's bring Jordan in.
Peace. I'll just stand here and judge you guys.
There you go. There you go. The fire of Artie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so just kind of hold
Broke
it
it.
like. You gotta
Good.
be a little close to the mic. There you go.
Is this good, Josh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
hey,
Hey.
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Good. Welcome.
Awesome.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
We wanted to bring Jordan on. We're gonna talk to Jordan a little bit later, but Jordan's actually gonna help us with some of the next two style consultations,
Woo woo.
and kind of give us maybe a little bit of feedback from your perspective. Kind of different
Lady's
angle here.
perspective?
A lady's perspective.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Cool. Josh, take it away. Let us know a little bit about this fella.
All right. Hello, Beardbrand. I'm trying to grow a beard, but I'm afraid it won't fill in if I let it grow. What do you guys think? Will it fill in, or should I wait a year? I'm only 16, so I know it will fill in the years to come, but I wanted to know if it'll fill in a month or more. If I will... Hang on, sorry.
That's okay.
Words are hard. I'm only 16, so I know it will fill in the years to come, but I want to know if it will fill... I want to know if it's going to fill in a month.
Yeah. I think that's what we were trying
Yeah.
to get to.
Also, do you think my hair is okay, or does it need a cut?
Cool.
Thank you for all the videos and the content you provide. I love it. He was watching the stream and heard you say that he needed extra information, so he added, that's about a month of growth, and the goal is to get a full beard or at least try.
Okay, so he's 16. He's been growing out his beard for a month, and he wants us to give us some advice on his beard, obviously, but also maybe on his head hair.
Correct.
Is
yes.
that right? Cool. And his name is Eric.
Yes, Eric with a K.
Eric with
Ooh,
a
with a
K.
K.
Yeah. All right.
All
So
right.
what I'll do here, Jordan, is I will give our audio listeners a description of what Eric looks like, and then you can offer some feedback and some suggestions as to as part of the style consult.
Sure thing.
Is that cool? All right. So Eric, as he mentioned, he's been growing out his beard for about a month now. He is 16 years old, but he appears to be a pretty strapping lad. Man, I've never seen that eye color before. What color of eye would you say that is, Josh?
Flesh.
No, but okay. So we cannot see Eric's eyes, but Eric is again, from what it looks like, is a pretty strapping young lad, looking pretty good. Again, about a month of growth in his beard. He is 16, but he's got his hair pushed back. It looks like he's growing out his hair, very similar in length to Josh, where he's got it to the point where maybe he can tie it up in a bun. But he's got a flannel shirt on, and yeah, man, there's no doubt that this has got to be a photo from the restroom. Would you say?
Bathroom selfie.
Bathroom selfie. Cool. Take it away, Jordan.
So for 16 and a month of growth, he's got some really good progress. I'm going to be honest with you. If that's what you've seen in a month, you're probably not going to see much more, maybe a little bit more in length. But it's not going to fill in overnight, especially in a month. You're definitely right. As you continue to age, your beard will fill in along with your genetic line. So if you were destined to have a full beard, then you're going to have one, but it's not going to happen overnight. Patience is a virtue in growing a beard. You do have a couple little patchy spots, but I assume those will fill in as you age as well.
Yeah, cool. That's some good feedback. So yeah, I mean, I think you hit it right on the nail, Jordan. When you're 16, Eric, and you are so young, dude, if you have a beard at 16, I think you should consider yourself somewhat relatively a little blessed. I know when I was your age, I couldn't get my sideburns to connect, and it was just one of those things, like. Just
fuzz mustache, just like a little bit here.
Yeah, and so the point is that when you're 16, as your beard is going to change when you turn 18, it's going to look different. It's gonna change all on its own, and then it's going to look different as you get to in your early 20s. When you hit 21, your beard will look different than it was when you were 16, and so on and so forth. The point is that as you grow, as you get older, you're going to start to fulfill those genetics. And we can't say for sure if your beard will get thicker or more dense, but we can say that you will begin to fulfill those genetics as you get a little bit older. And there's a potential that that beard could fill in just nice. But if you're sitting at a month right now, if you heard me a little bit earlier in this stream, or if you heard what we were saying a little bit earlier, you want to really set a benchmark of 90 days without touching it, without any kind of trimming. Say, you know what, for the next 3 months, I'm going to grow my beard out without any kind of trimming, and that's really going to let you see what you're capable of growing. And to be very honest, dude, I love the way this style looks with your hair pushed back and the short beard like it is. I think it looks pretty rad. It's a very, very cool look, and I wouldn't say that it's that you really have much to change or improve on other than just maybe give it a little bit more time, and then rock what you've got with confidence. And when people ask you, hey, why are you letting your beard grow out? You just tell them piece of your mind, and that's it. No,
Word.
Just tell them, hey man, I'm going through a little experiment, testing out how long my beard can grow, and then tell them to come watch the live stream with us and hang out. Cool.
Yeah, I think you also wanted some hair advice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I think one of the best things about hair is you can cut it and it'll grow back. Same with your beard. If you decide like, hey, this beard isn't for me, and then you change your mind a month later, you can just grow that sucker back. With your hair, let it grow long. See where its potential can be.
Yeah.
Long hair, don't care.
Josh, what are you using in your hair these days? Because you have a very similar style in his hair, hair and similar to Eric here.
Yeah, so what I'm using in my hair, not a lot. I wash it maybe twice a week, but I was listening to Jordan's advice that she's given me on multiple occasions, because the Jordan's my guru for hair. I use utility balm. So if I have bedhead, or if my hair is not wanting to cooperate in the morning, I use a little bit of utility balm or beard oil and just put it in my hair to get it to kind of cooperate a little more and get it in the direction I want to go in. And that's worked wonders on both the style of my hair and how dry it can be.
Nice, man. Nice.
So that is a good point. Is Josh's hair is actually really dry, so utility balm does help condition it. If his Eric's hair looks a little thinner, so utility balm may be a little heavy and give it a more greasier effect. I definitely would recommend kind of pacing out your shampooing just to help it grow along the way. Maybe start every other day until you find a good pattern for shampooing. Also, just take a look at your ends every now and then, because as you do grow out your hair, your ends will kind of get damaged. And that's where you can maybe put a drop of beard oil on the ends to kind of hydrate those ends. Or maybe it is time for a little trim to help your hair stay healthy and keep growing.
Nice. So if I look at my ends,
yeah.
Not that end?
Not that end.
Okay.
Don't go in for a trim.
Oh, nice one. All right, let's gong them. All right. Who's our last style consult there, Josh?
Yeah, you teased him a little bit. I was saying this one was the last one, so this one's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh.
But,
Surprises.
We got a surprise
this
one.
Yeah, this might be a lad that we've come to know and love.
Okay.
This guy.
Hey, who's that guy?
I'm fortunate enough to sit across from this guy every day, so I think I style consult him every single day. I was like, sorry, Jack. So this one should be fairly easy for me.
Yeah. So I'll give the description here, and then you can give him a good style consult. Is that
Yeah.
cool? So this is the infamous, famous Jack Malaco, our buddy, my co-host here on Tuesdays, who's off today. But Jack is again, strapping, good-looking guy. His hair is pretty long here, actually. And I would say he probably hasn't had a haircut in several months, based on this photo is what I'm looking at. And then the beard, it seems to be just like he's rocking a pretty good scruff there. I would say that's probably about 2 weeks of growth or so. And he's not keeping any maintenance along the cheek line or the neckline, or the mustache, or at all. This is just straight up scruff, 2 weeks of growth. And then he's a flannel shirt, red flannel shirt. And Jack has pretty olive skin, I think, right? Pretty olive skin with dark brown hair. And again, selfie in the bathroom. Way to knock it out of the park, Jack.
Man.
Love it. You want to give him some advice? What would you do? What would you give Jack? What would you give some advice for here?
Recently, I told Jack he was looking kind of like Michael Moore, the documentarian. His hair was getting really shaggy, and his beard had grown in a little bit more. He definitely needed a little haircut, so that would be my first suggestion. I think, as we all saw with his yeared video, when we shaved off all of his hair, he looks great with a mustache. So I would suggest growing back that stash.
Hey.
Getting a little trimmy trim on the hair, and his eyebrows look great. Somebody must have trimmed them really well. That was me.
That was Jordan. She trimmed him over in his when we shaved off Jack's yeared.
It's a great video.
And it's a really good video. But my advice to Jack would be, depending on his goal, it all depends on what his goals, right? So if he's growing out his hair, continue to grow it out. If you're growing out your beard, grow it out, Jack. But if you wanted to, and I think I might know a little bit about your goal, I would give the neckline a little bit of a trim. I would give the cheek line a little bit of the trim. Rock a really nice corporate style beard, pretty short, well maintenance. And then, I know Jack a little bit. Jack's a pretty classic guy. So I would probably recommend that he go for a pretty classic side part. Nice little fade on the side, not too short, but close on the side, and then have some length and some of that, retain some of that length from the top, and do a nice little side part. If you want to see what Jack looks like after our style consultation,
He's listening right
Yes.
now,
he
He's
is
taking
listening
it
right
all
now.
into
I think.
account.
and he has a video going up tomorrow.
He's got a video coming up tomorrow of not. He didn't really take our recommendation, but we wanted to kind of give you a before photo so that tomorrow you can actually see what the actual trim is. So come back to beardbrand.com or come back to our YouTube channel, the Beardbrand YouTube channel, and see what all that's about. Cool? You want to go?
Hey, my name isn't Artie. Sure.
Boom.
Yeah, we don't have a slide out for your name yet.
That's fine. I'll be Artie. I'm
So-
from Boston.
We wanted to introduce you guys and gals and the entire internet to Jordan Meyer. Jordan is our product developer here at Beardbrand. So if you've ever gotten a beard oil or a utility balm or the most recent, shampoo and conditioner,
Yes.
the utility bar.
Yes,
Jordan-
continue listing our products.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
All of
Jordan
them.
has played a pretty significant role in getting those products into your hands and giving you the incredible experience, helping to give you the incredible experience that they also provide to you. So we wanted to kind of talk to her and kind of say hello and maybe answer some questions. If you've got a question for Jordan, throw it over in the chat. And again, for our audio listeners, this is a live stream that we're doing right now, so you won't be able to send in your questions. But those of you that are in the chat with us now, go ahead and drop a question in there. We'll definitely try to get to it before the end of the stream. But I kind of wanted to just ask, maybe do a little Q&A with you.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Let's do it.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Jordan. Tell us maybe a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with Beardbrand, maybe a little bit about your passion for creating such good products.
Cool. So I have been with Beardbrand for 2.5 years. I think I started right after the utility balm launch, like when we had styling cologne. So if you are a timeline person, that's your timeline. My background is in aesthetics. I was a licensed esthetician for 8 years. That means that I have extensive knowledge on the hair and the skin, mostly pertaining to the face region. So it kind of makes me a really good person to kind of help create products for those areas. When I started at Beardbrand, I was the operations coordinator, which means I assisted the product development manager as well as the operational manager. And I just kind of moved my way up the chain. Product development has always been something that I am super interested in. Being an esthetician, I am obsessed with skincare products, but also as a lady with long hair, I love hair care products and basically any sort of personal grooming product. So I have a lot of product knowledge and passion for that.
Nice. Right on. Cool. So maybe could you tell us a little bit about the Beardbrand product ethos? Obviously, if you've ever purchased a product from Beardbrand, you know that the quality and the ingredients, we put a lot of, we're very mindful of how we formulate our products and the ingredients that go into that. So if you can tell us a little bit about the ethos itself.
Yeah, I'm sure you've all heard it before, but our main goal is to make products that work with your body's natural chemistry. And what that means is it doesn't strip away your body's natural oils. Some of those oils are really, really beneficial to your beard growth, to the overall skin hydration. You kind of need them to maintain a healthy balance of skin and hair. So with that being said, we don't put ingredients like silicones, sulfates, parabens into any of our products. It's a definite no from the jump. The reason behind that is just the overall effects of those products on a person. So silicones coat your hair, leave a plasticky, shiny texture, which seems like a good idea at first, but over time, those silicones build up on the hair. Silicones are known to attract dirt. So then your hair starts to look kind of dirty sooner, which means that you need more frequent washes. But also that buildup of the coating of the silicone on the strand is really hard to remove. So you're getting all of this waxy buildup that is hard on the hair, especially as you grow out your hair. That is a lot of weight pulling on your hair. So it affects your hair growth. So that's one reason we stay away from silicones. Sulfates, if you've ever seen Queer Eye, Jonathan Van Ness will tell you that sulfates or sodium lauryl sulfate is what degreases a car engine. And if it is tough enough to clean a car engine, you probably don't want it cleaning your body. They're chemical surfactants that are there to help amp up the saponification process. So that means like removing dirt and oils from the skin and the hair. With that amplification, it strips away a lot of those natural oils. So it overly cleans the hair, and you are removing some of those natural oils that help protect the follicle. And it dries out the hair quicker, which means you're using more conditioning agents, which most likely have silicones in them. So they kind of counterbalance each other, those silicones and sulfates, and become like a pair.
Right.
And you kind of get like in the habit of using those. Parabens are not so great for your body's internal functions. They're known to be endocrine, so your endocrine system, they're kind of disrupts those functions, and we really don't want that happening. Like, your product should be great for you internally and externally.
There you go. So, hey, if you have ever wondered, like, hey, I see Beardbrand always, they're kind of always talking about that they don't use silicones, parabens, or sulfates in their products. You just heard it live right here as to why maybe you shouldn't, maybe you should avoid using those. I mean, hey, you've got to do, at the end of the day, do what's going to give you confidence. Get the products that are going to work best for you. We always encourage that, right?
Yeah.
But it's always good to know, like, hey, these are some things that maybe on a bigger mass-produced type of scale that companies may not care as much about like we do, where our utility bar took us like 3 years to make because we had a pretty high standard, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the utility bar, how that came to be.
So the idea from the start was to have this bar soap that was multifaceted, could give you lots of things other than just being a bar soap. we had a lot of issues finding like that right bar that just felt like Beardbrand. Originally, we had this like square brick thing that is like common in soap. It was like a crazy color, like the tea tree, I believe, was like this minty color, and it just didn't look natural. It wasn't something that we were like, that looks like a Beardbrand product. So it took kind of like a little back and forth of like figuring out how do we move this product forward. And then one day, Eric and I just decided to make formulas. Like Eric made a formula, I made a formula, and then we sent them off to be manufactured. We brought them back, we tested them. Mine was a little better. Sorry, Eric. And we found that this bar could do all of those things. It could be great for washing your head hair, washing your beard, washing your face. It is an excellent shave soap too. Ladies out there, if you don't have a utility bar, you're doing yourself a disservice. It is the best. You throw that sucker in a mug and you can create a lather to do a wet shave as well. It's just a multifaceted soap that's top notch, I think.
Yeah, man. So you heard it as well. Like, ladies, if you want to get your guy the utility bar, but really for selfish reasons, that's the way to get it. So yeah, that's the utility bar. What I really like about the utility bar is when I travel, is I don't have to take a shampoo or a conditioner, or not that I need it, but I don't have to take those things. But I also don't have to take like a face wash, and I don't have to take anything else. It's really the only thing I travel with if I'm going out of state, or if I'm even just staying, in the state and just traveling to another city. It's really the only thing I throw in my travel bag from a toiletries perspective, along with maybe some beard oil and some utility balm, and then I'm off for the races. So
utility bar and utility balm are like my go-to every single day.
Yeah.
I use it. They're the best.
Yeah. So my point is like you can, it's formulated not only as a body bar, but it's formulated like for your, like to replace like for your beard wash, or your hair shampoo. It's really just a great all around product. And then if you're bald and you're using something to shave, it's also a good shaving tool.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool. Right on. What else?
So let's talk about shampoo and conditioner a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Beardbrand launched a shampoo and conditioner, and legit, I threw out all of my other shampoos and conditioners and only have the Beardbrand shampoo and conditioner in my shower. One of my favorite things about it is the conditioner specifically is it has a shea ingredient that helps repair split ends. And with long hair and laziness, I haven't gotten a haircut in like 6 months, and so it's seen a lot of damage because I do use a blow dryer daily and hot tools, and you can really tell a difference. So guys out there who are trying to grow out their hair, or who battle dry issues or damage, the conditioner is a lifesaver. It's going to help repair those split ends over time. It helps the hair feel silky, shiny, smooth without using silicones to kind of mimic those effects. It's natural ingredients. It doesn't have the sulfates or the parabens. The shampoo is amazing for any type of hair. I am a twice a week shampooer, which means by the third or fourth day without shampooing my hair is pretty disgusting. And I can get all of that dirt, oil, grime, sweat out with my 2 washes, and I'm done, where I was having to use 3 or 4 washes to get my hair feeling clean. So it is a pretty good cleanser without stripping the hair, so it still feels natural, and then that conditioner just goes in there and makes it like butter.
Nice. So I don't, forgive me if I didn't hear you, but yeah, the conditioner has a shea butter in it, right?
Shea oil.
Shea oil. So the ingredient itself helps repair split ends. Doesn't necessarily heal them, it doesn't restore them completely, but it helps repair it and
repair and prevent damage.
There you go.
So slowly over time, it's not going to fix your hair with one use or anything like that, but yeah, it helps kind of keep that hair healthy.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in for the first time and you're like, hey, what's this whole Beardbrand thing? Or you're just hearing this podcast for the very first time, or you've been a part of Beardbrand, you've been buying Beardbrand products for a long time, and maybe you haven't heard the most recent update, but we just launched our shampoo and conditioner. So we've got beard wash, we've got beard softener, but now we've got shampoo for your hair and conditioner for your hair. And you should consider using different ones for different things because they're formulated different and they serve different purposes, right?
Yes, definitely. So the beard wash and softener were formulated specifically for a beard. You may notice that your beard texture is a lot different than your head hair texture. Also, the skin under the beard is much different than the scalp. The scalp is, I believe, 7 times thicker than the skin on your face. So it is used to taking, like the cleansing agents are maybe a little bit tougher for head hair than for your beard. So if you were using a shampoo that is designed for your head hair on your beard, you may notice that it's a little drier. The skin may become a little flaky underneath. So it's best to kind of keep head hair products for your head, beard products for your beard.
Yeah, something, and I kind of always knew this, but even more so as I started, coming and working at Beardbrand, the texture of your hair changes right about where your sideburns start. So as you get closer to your sideburn and you get down into your beard, the texture of your hair actually changes. I think there's like 30 or 40,000 follicles on your face, right?
Yeah.
And then about 130 to 140,000 follicles on your head. And so, it's pretty incredible to really think, I know when I grew out my beard for the first time back in 14? I did grow a beard. It is possible. And so I was, again, there wasn't really a lot of things on the market, at least that I had exposure to at that point in my growth and that point in my process of growing. So I would use traditional shampoo in my beard. And I thought, oh, this is okay. And then after I'd get out of the shower, I'd realize, holy hell, man, my beard is so dry. Why? And it makes so much more sense because the texture of your hair is completely different. So it requires a different product. So cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, no problem.
I think we've crossed the 2:45 mark. Josh, do we have our first winner?
I don't do winners. Randa does. But
Randa, do we have our first Rinda?
Our what?
Our first Randa. Winner.
All right.
Our first winner.
That one was a stretch.
Winner number 1 is Spooky Raoul.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky Raoul?
Spooky Raoul.
We've changed the rules so they don't have to respond anymore? Cool. All right, let's continue the conversation.
All right, let's do the darn thing.
All right. Randa, do we have any questions? I think you were going to grab some questions. We did ask if you've got a question and we can get to it. Throw it in the comment. Throw it in the chat. We'll try to get to it before the end of the stream.
Yes, I do. So question number 1 is from Ash327. Jordan, do you use any of the products yourself on your hair?
Yes, shampoo and conditioner is my go-to. I pretty much I test out every single product except for the beard designated. So beard wash and softener is probably the only thing I haven't used. I did try it as a shampoo and it wasn't great. But everything else I pretty much have tested, tried, used. Sea salt spray is the jam. I don't know if you guys know this, but the kennelinite clay in sea salt spray acts as a dry shampoo. So the clay itself absorbs oils and can give you a little volume if you kind of zhuzh it at the roots. So not only does it provide texture, but it acts as a dry shampoo. So that's another secret out there for you ladies. Dry shampoo, sea salt spray, same thing. Try it out.
Boom. All right. Any other questions?
Yes. So let's see here. Jacob Mundy Can says, can you talk about your styling balm formulation? How is it healthy for the hair and how is it different from other products with the safe synthetics? What are they?
So the safe synthetics in the product are going to be, you'll probably find them at the very bottom of the ingredient list because they are used so minimally. But those are going to be things like stabilizers that keep the creamy, marshmallowy-like texture of the styling balm stable. So that means that in heat, different temperature changes, over time, it's not changing texture. It's going to stay the same thing. There's also preservatives in there that are safe synthetics that help keep the ingredients. Sorry, there's some weird pictures flashing up here. It keeps the ingredients fresh and prevents the product from going bad. So those really don't have an effect on your hair because, like I said, they're used very, very minimally. So a lot of the things in the styling balm that help with the hair is lanolin. Lanolin is a humectant, and what that means is it absorbs moisture from the air into the hair follicle. And it also provides a little bit of hold. So you notice that the utility balm, if you put that in your beard, it can give you a tiny bit of hold. That's from the lanolin. So that's the ingredient also in the styling balm that's going to help keep your hair in place, but also keep it from drying out and damaging it over time.
It's a good question.
I believe there's also like apricot oil and some other really great hydrating ingredients in there as well.
Very cool.
Sweet. All right, I thought this one was pretty interesting. Kickflip 1993. Question for the stream. My cat likes to lick my beard. I never let her do it though. Can your cat damage your beard?
Great question.
So the only thing that I could ever think that would not be great for your beard is your cat's saliva. It just could be a little bit drying over time, but unless your cat is like really going to town, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you rinse it off in the shower at some point throughout the day or when you wash your face, so you're fine. Your cat's not gonna lick your beard off or anything.
Cat saliva, I think, has like silicones, parabens and sulfates.
Yes, sulfates in it, definitely. I just think like saliva has a little bit more salt in it, and it could be just drying over time. But like I said, your cat would really have to be going to town on that beard before it really showed any damage.
So speaking of salt, I've actually got a good question here that I snagged from Got Thomas. How you doing, Thomas?
What up, Thomas?
He was asking about sea salt. Okay.
Yes.
So his comment here is salt can dry out your hair and skin. How is the sea salt spray good for your hair?
Well, the salt that we use is sea salt from the Dead Sea, so Dead Sea salt. If you are familiar with Dead Sea salt at all, you know that it is jam-packed with minerals and vitamins that really do help the hair, give it texture. Yes, it can be drying, but it would be more damaging if you were just going straight salt water to the hair. We have things like aloe that helps to add moisture and kind of counterbalance the effects of the salt. And it would be like something if you just sprayed sea salt on your hair every single day without ever rinsing it out, then you probably would see the effects. But if you're using it like normal, daily, shampoo it out, you're fine. It's not going to really dry it out. I think that I noticed that sometimes if I go like 4 days without washing my hair and I try to use sea salt spray, I do notice it's a little bit drier, but that's my own fault for just overusing it and not washing my hair and being a gross human.
I think it also has, maybe it depends on the texture of your hair too. Like,
yeah, so naturally curly hair or textured hair is going to be drier. So somebody with finer hair could probably get away with using sea salt spray a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I actually have pretty textured hair that I blow dry straight. So
Right.
I think that that's another factor into it, is I just naturally have drier hair.
yeah, so you got to be mindful of what kind of hair type you grow. Is it dry? If your skin is extra dry or if it's extra oily, you got to kind of work with your body's natural chemistry, but also choose the right products that are going to work with your body's natural chemistry. Yeah, cool.
Word.
We got another winner, Randa. I was
Yes,
going to
we
make a
do.
bad joke, but I'm not.
Okay. Winner number 2 is Massimo.
Massimo, you are the lucky second winner, and we'll take maybe one or two more questions, and we'll definitely try to get our third winner out there here as well. Randa, any other questions that maybe popped out to you?
Yes, from Ramon J. Butler Martinez. He says, I have natural oily hair. If I use your conditioner, will it make my hair more oily?
Great question. I know from personal experience, one of our coworkers, Jenny, has oilier hair, and she was really, really afraid of using the conditioner. And she actually said that it was the first conditioner that didn't make her hair oilier. So I wouldn't go ham on the conditioner. I would start out light just to make sure that it's working with your natural chemistry. But I don't see why it wouldn't help your hair. Just don't go crazy on it.
Nice. All right. So there was another question in here. They were asking, where's Jack? Jack is out of the office today. So he is not joining. He wasn't able to join us in the stream. He was in the comments a little bit earlier. So if you're watching this tomorrow, or if you're hearing this by way of podcast, you definitely check out Jack's comments earlier in the stream. We also gave him a live style consultation, which was pretty fun. And he's got a video dropping tomorrow. So make sure to check that out too. Do we want to pull our final winner? It is 5 minutes till 2:55. Randa, who is the third and final winner?
Winner number 3 is Nada Saleh.
Nada Saleh. So Nada Saleh, you are our third and our final winner. I think we should gong all of our winners. You want to be the honorary gong?
All right. Don't fuck
All
it
of our
up.
winners. Yeah, there we go. Woo! So I will, Randa, if you got one, maybe two more questions, get those ready. If you are subscribed to the newsletter, the Beardbrand newsletter is going to really hook you up this coming Friday. So subscribe to the Beardbrand newsletter. Go over to beardbrand.com, go down to the bottom, and it'll say sign up for our newsletter here. You'll definitely want to be a part of the newsletter because come Friday, we're dropping some really cool things.
Yeah, I've been working real hard, guys. So
we've got some
check it
really
out.
exclusive items that will only be announced to our newsletter subscribers on Friday. So make sure that you are subscribed to the newsletter because if that's really the only way to find out. I just wanted to make sure we drop that so that people have plenty of opportunity to subscribe if they're not already subscribed. Word.
Any
Randa. Another
more
question.
brain busters?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Enzo, I'm going to butcher the last name, starts with a P. He said, what is your favorite scent in the utility bombs?
Utility bomb. I'm a Temple Smoke girl. I think Temple Smoke is the jam. Also, since we reformulated, I think it smells even better than it has previously. So Temple Smoke's my go-to.
Yeah, I mean, if that question was for me too, I'd probably would say I'm a Gold Line guy. Definitely like to alternate. I think each one of the Gold Line fragrances offers a different experience, right?
Yes,
so
definitely.
Old Money, Temple Smoke, and Four Vices. But I would say Temple Smoke is probably my go-to.
It's a good one.
I wear it almost every day, and then when I want to change it up, I go for one of the other two. So if you're like me, get all three and then alternate between the three.
Depending on your mood.
Yeah, depending on what I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like extra, I always go with Temple Smoke, which
I
I'm
feel
always
like
feeling extra.
Old Money is that like classic man scent. It just feels rich and manly.
You know, that was a question I was going to ask you. So give us a little bit of info on maybe like why we don't put any stabilizers to sustain like traditional cologne, if I understand correctly, has like some alcohols in it, but you don't find that in our beard oil or in our utility balm or any products that we have, right? Like traditional alcohol.
So those are typically associated with phthalates, and phthalates are the alcohols that kind of help increase the longevity of a fragrance. And we, like our product ethos, we really don't think those are necessary to deliver strong fragrances. So we just kind of avoid them. They don't really add anything to the fragrance. So there's no need on our end. I think the fragrances really speak for themselves, and in the products have their own kind of lifeline and like longevity. So I think depending on the product, you'll probably get a little bit different experience, which can be from the base or just the product in general. But overall, like the fragrances really do come out of every base and really speak for themselves.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, we are actually at the end, unless Randa has another question for us. Do you have one more maybe we can take?
Sure, yeah. Last question from
Sure.
Beta Dad. What do you think women prefer in beards? That's to Jordan.
I think every woman is a little different. I am pro beard. I also like a good mustache too. So it's really like everyone is kind of different. I do think that a really well kept